I've been test driving a new electric car for the last few weeks, and it's been amazing. I have to admit, it's been stress-free, really for one key reason. There's a few reasons, but one reason above all others, and that is no beeps, no bongs, nothing telling me I did something wrong, that I yawned and I should pull over and stop driving. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. And don't you hate it when your car is telling you you're doing the wrong thing and it beeps at you and it bongs at you, and sometimes you don't even know why it's beeping at you? This is a very, very common problem with new modern cars, particularly cars from China, but also all cars around the world. And it is infuriating for many people. Now, how is it that I've been driving this EV lately and it doesn't beep or bong at all, ever? Well, because in this new car I've been driving, the Deepal EO7, you can turn it all off and it will stay off forever. Now, I'm not saying you should do that, but if you want to, you can turn it off, everything, every beep and bong. The only one you can't turn off is the seatbelt beeping. You know, when you start driving, have you got your seatbelt on and the car starts beeping, you just can't turn that one off. But everything else you can turn off. But in most cars, you can't. Or you've got to turn them off every time you get back in the car, which just takes too long. So most of the time you can't be bothered. Well, here's the thing. In some cars, well, actually, maybe not some, but in this Deepal I've been driving, there is actually a little sliding mechanism at the top of the car, just above the windscreen. You slide this little piece of plastic and it covers the camera that looks into the car. And when the camera's covered, it can't look at you. It doesn't know if you're yawning. It doesn't know if you're not paying attention. A lot of EVs that I've driven, as soon as you look away from looking straight ahead, as soon as you glance at the speedometer, glance at the map, try to glance down at a button you've got to press while you're driving, it's only a very, very quick glance. But as soon as you look just down a little, they start beeping at you and telling you you're doing the wrong thing. Well, owners have discovered a workaround, a way to stop their cars from telling them off all the time. Now, I personally hate it that my Xpeng does this to me. I think sometimes it thinks I'm tired and I'm actually not. Sometimes, to be honest, it tells me that I'm tired, and I'm not tired enough for it to matter. Just because I yawned once doesn't mean I should be in trouble, right? Feels like I'm in trouble with the big police because I yawned in my car, or, I appeared I was tired. So what you can do now is you can go online. I'm not saying you should do this, but you can if you want to. And you can purchase, for a very, very small amount of money, a way to cover up that camera on the inside of the car. So ANCAP, the crash safety organisation here in Australia, who, to be honest, everyone seems to hate, they have said that these modifications developed by owners of BYD Shark 6, or to be honest, BYD Utes, and other BYD cars and other Chinese cars to stop annoying audible warnings from the crash avoidance systems. Basically, the safety companies are saying, well, yeah, I mean, you can do that, but there's nothing illegal about it, but we think you shouldn't do it. Dust covers have appeared on marketplaces such as eBay to obscure vehicles' driver monitoring systems, which use a camera pointed at the human's eyes to check for inattention and fatigue. So these cameras obviously are watching you all the time, and it's not particularly nice. The technology has been criticized by customers, by the media. BYD Shark 6, that's a car that's been mentioned, but there's, to be honest, many cars from China, and not just from China, but from other countries as well, that use this technology that is overactive and prone to beeping at the driver for very, very quick glances away from directly ahead, to adjust the radio, check the mirrors, turn up the air conditioning, just things where you're not even doing anything. You're just looking down for a second, looking up, looking to the side a little bit. I mean, it's overreactive. I think the systems aren't tuned well enough. These alerts have prompted some crafty owners with 3D printers at home to sell plastic covers that obscure the camera. You can get them for about $10, depending on, which model of car you've got. But here's an image, guys, from eBay, from a BYD Shark 6 driver monitoring cover. You can buy one of these for Australian $17, and as you can see, plenty of them have been sold already. Prices range, though, from $5 to $17. And the truth is, you could just put tape over it yourself if you wanted to. You don't even have to use one of these covers. my solar and batteries. I've got a 50 kilowatt hour battery here, and I've got a big solar array. So I pay $0 for electricity. That's including charging my electric car. Resync Solar is the company that I used. I'll put a link to them in the description below. One website's charging $35 for a piece of plastic that fits the BYD C-Line 7. And there's similar products you can get for Great Wall Motors for their Tank 300, the Tank 500, the Canon Alpha plug-in hybrid utes. There's actually a lot of cars you can buy these for now. So is this actually legal? Well, websites selling these products say that they are intended for off-road and track use only. Should customers fit them who end up being in trouble for some reason and try to blame the supplier? So, driver monitoring systems are not a legal requirement in new cars. So, my suggestion to Chinese brands is don't put them in there. People don't want them. It's costing you money, and you don't legally need to even use them. They can be turned off via the touchscreen most of the time, but most of the time you've got to turn them off every time, and therefore it's a pain in the butt. Despite the simplicity of the product, a plastic part the size of a thumb, the accessories appear to be very popular. Works instantaneously and stops the driver being continuously monitored by BYD Big Brother. One customer said in an eBay review, "I was getting over it at every roundabout, being reprimanded for taking my eyes off the road." Another customer said, "Item works as expected. No more annoying messages when I yawn. Thanks." And I've had that from multiple Chinese EVs that I've reviewed and tested. Driving monitors are on a long list of advanced systems, now required though, to earn top marks in safety testing by ANCAP, ANCAP here in Australia. And I actually think they're more dangerous than anything. They just cause frustration. While the safety organisation's criteria has prompted car makers to fit these systems, it's been criticised for not doing enough to ensure that they are not extremely annoying or intrusive in the real world and have not been developed just to ace the testing, which is obviously true. Sister organisation Euro NCAP, which does crash test safety, has admitted it is upset that car makers have invested the minimum amount of effort needed to develop these safety systems that meet 5-star test criteria, rather than ensuring they work well in the real world. Which is kind of tricky though, considering all the different facial expressions that humans have. I actually think that the problem isn't so much the manufacturers themselves being forced to do this. It's these safety companies that say that you need this for your car to be safe. Now, these safety companies, or crash test companies, ANCAP and Euro NCAP, they said this: "We advise against modifications that disable or interfere with the vehicle's built-in safety systems, including driver monitoring systems. These systems play a vital role in reducing fatigue and distraction-related crashes." Do you guys agree with that? Do they play a vital role in reducing fatigue and distraction-related crashes? Here in Australia, our road toll deaths have increased since these new features have come out on cars. It doesn't appear to have actually helped with safety at all, but maybe it does. Maybe it's just some sort of weird statistical anomaly. What do you guys think? As with all safety features, they went on to say, it is important that manufacturers ensure proper implementation and undertake user testing to confirm the systems deliver them in their intended safety benefit while minimizing the potential for unnecessary in-cabin distraction or frustration. I personally feel like it stresses me out, and therefore it makes my driving situation less, makes me more likely to probably do something not crazy, but not be as coordinated or not be as calm in stressful situations if I'm getting told off by the car, as well as feeling stressed about something else in life. So guys, what do you think about these? What do you think about these driver monitoring systems inside the car that watch you and watch everything you do? And if you do something, glance away, they tell you off. How do you feel about this? Is it just me that's annoyed by this stuff? I think it's not just me, but what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. Bye-bye.